Well, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to be here. All I can say is wow, we had record-breaking attendance for this webinar. I was just looking at the list of people who registered. We literally have people from all over the world. We have them from Thailand, from Qatar, from Australia, from British Columbia, from Ontario, Canada. I mean, literally from all over the world. I am just so honored that you're joining us, especially some of you are like totally upside down with the time zones here. So obviously you want to learn because you took the time to be with us. We have people from Greece, from Germany. It's just so exciting to know that we have a global outreach to many people in our industry that are seeking to do better and step into multiple millions of dollars in their business. So welcome everyone. It's great to have you. I'm Dory, founder of Inspiration Management, and I am just so excited to be with you today because I am going to be sharing with you how to fall in love with change and how to make millions of dollars so you can have a better lifestyle, have more freedom, less stress, and live the life that you actually deserve. So I'm going to be sharing with you for the next hour here how some of our members, our VIP members, have totally transformed their business. I'm going to be sharing with you examples of exactly how they did it and how they were able to experience exponential growth. So you are in for a treat today. So when I start working with clients closely, the one thing that I notice when I start with an assessment is that they have few challenges. And these are some of the main challenges that I come across all the time. One is they have no business model. Basically, they're just winging it. There are no systems, no structures, no strategies. They just come to work and see what happens today, and that's how they run their business. There's no implementation process in place to take these strategies that they go to. Sometimes you go to seminars, you go to events, you go to conferences, and you get all excited and motivated, and you think that, oh, I'm gonna go and implement these things. And you go to work, and before you know it, you're back wrapped up into what you were doing before. So nothing changes. You just get stuck. You're on this spinning wheel. You're just spinning and spinning and spinning, and nothing changes. Do you guys feel like this? I know a lot of people that feel like this, and I want to change that. And the only way you can really change that is by implementing strategies and ways to really improve your business. And that's really what today is all about. Today is about getting excited, getting motivated, seeing how other people have done it. That shows you that you too can do the same thing. So here are the facts. There's two types of business people. There are the people that want to reinvent the wheel all the time. They're just trying different things to do. They're like that first person here with the reality, right? Just reinvent, make costly mistakes, and just spin that wheel and spin that wheel. Or you can be like the second type of business people that I like to work with, and those are the people that like to take the proven effective model and just soar and do it quickly, the fastest way possible. I look at it this way. If I'm gonna go to work, I wanna go to work and implement things that I know are going to work. So for years and years, I have invested in my education, and thank God that's why I have multiple seven-figure business, and that's what I want for you too. So why reinvent the wheel? If there's one thing to take away from this today is that work smarter, right? That old cliche, work smarter, not harder, but it's actually a fact. So this is what we want to do. Because after all, you went into business, why? If you had this genie come out, why did you go in business? What would you ask for? I know what I would ask for, and I'm sure you're a lot like me. I want success. I want freedom so I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I want to go golfing. I want to go shopping. I want to take a weekend trip. I want to take a 2-week-long trip. I want to be able to do that. I want to be happy. I don't want any stress. Stress kills us all. And I want a great lifestyle. Isn't that what you want too? That's why we all went into business for. But the sad thing is it ends up being totally the opposite. We work more. We have more stress. We have no freedom. I was doing a private coaching call the other day, actually, as a matter of fact, just 2 days ago, with a physician. He has a med spa. He already does $2 million. And when I was looking at his financial statement, I noticed that he wasn't getting paid. I'm like, why aren't you paying yourself? He's like, oh, I'm still waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for the business to be more profitable. Well, you're already making $2 million. You should be profitable by now. So those are the things that some of you are faced with right now, that you just bought yourself a job. And that's the last thing you want. Who wants to buy themselves a job? No, I want to be able to get paid and have all these wonderful things. So this is what we're going to go over today to help you realize that there is a better way. There's a better way to do all this. So here's what we're going to go over. The first thing we're going to discuss is the case for change. And I'm going to share with you some success stories from some of our members, like I just mentioned, to show you how it is possible to gain all these things that we just talked about. Number 2 is the goals and results that you should be looking for. The third thing we're going to discuss is how the team is going to react to this change, because I'm going to show you some things that some of our members did that require team buy-in. And if you don't have team buy-in, then you're not going to be able to implement like you should. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Number 4 is the whole idea of falling in love with change. So instead of being stuck, we want to be able to be flexible and make the changes that we really need to make so we can actually be better off. And the 5th thing we're going to wrap up with is some hints for implementation for you so you can get on your way. So we teach the 4 S's. You see this on my screen. The 4 S's are systems, structure, strategies, and solutions, which equal the 5th S, which is success. And those are the things that we teach within the business model that we help members and clients actually implement. So keep that in mind. In your business, you have to have these 4 S's so your business can run on autopilot. Right now, many of you work way too hard because you don't have the 4 S's in your system. And that's what I'm going to share with you today, some of these things that you really need to do. Now, we have a lot of new people on this webinar with us, so I just want to do a quick little introduction since some of you may not know who I am. Again, my name is Dory Sukup, and I am a global speaker. That's why we have people from all over the world today, because more likely they've seen me at some conferences all over the world. I am an author. I'm so excited. I just published my 3rd book, How to Make Millions with Your Medical Spa. If you want a copy of it, go to inspirationmanagement.com and you can get a copy of it. It's filled with great things that can help you grow your business exponentially. I am, of course, a 7-figure business advisor. I only like to work with people that want to make 7 figures and want to really grow exponentially. And I love marketing. That's my passion. I just love to speak and teach people how to improve their positioning and become better at what they do. I have a son who's 22. He's about to have a birthday, as a matter of fact. And he just graduated with a biochemistry degree. I'm so proud of him. And I live in Florida, and our office, actually, I'm doing this webinar out of our office in Daytona Beach. I am in my office now, and I have my team here helping me. So I want to say thank you for everyone to make this actually happen today. So that's a little bit about me. If you want to learn more about who I am and how we help people, you can go either to the main Inspiration Management website, or you can go to dorysukup.com and learn more. All right, so let's start. Let's start with case for change. Why do we need to change? Because if we don't change, we get stuck, and getting stuck is not good. So what you want to do is you want to keep evolving. You want to keep innovating. You want to keep growing and reinventing yourself. And the more you do that, the better off you're going to do. If you're doing the opposite, that's the danger zone. That's where you would actually flatline and fade away, and that's the last thing you want. So you need to be open to change, be very flexible, because the more you change, positive changes that is, the better off you're going to be. So that's something that we definitely need to talk about. You know, Einstein is one of my favorite geniuses, obviously. And he said that insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So if you're not happy with the way your business is right now, or if you're looking for ways to improve your business, then you need to have different functions. You need to have new things that you implement, or else everything is going to be the same. So let me start by introducing you to one of my rock stars, and that's Miss Julie Karegi. She's from Idaho. She has 2 locations, and look at what she did last year. She increased her business by $1.1 million. Yes, $1.1 million. Isn't that incredible? Over last year? That's amazing. She increased her retail sales by 164%. And her overall business was increased by 91%. That's what I call exponential growth. So let me tell you how Julie actually did this. There is a formula, you guys. And I'm not telling you this because of how great we are. I'm telling you this because it's how great Julie is, because we are nothing but a guide. That's really what we are. We are a guide to guide you toward greatness. And it's up to you to make it happen. So here, I want to recognize Julie for all her great efforts, and also her team for being amazing. So here's how Julie, actually she found us on the internet through YouTube. That's how many people find us. Actually, this is one of the strategies that we teach. You have to be on YouTube, you have to do videos. As a matter of fact, right before this webinar, I was doing all my questions of the week, and I was doing my newsletter. And that's how I do my videos. As a matter of fact, we did a little behind the scenes today for my video day. Today is my video day. So I'm doing this webinar, and I'm doing all my videos for the whole month. And that's how people can find you too. So that's how Julie found us. So she became a Coach Me member. She called up our office and she said, I'm really interested in improving my business. I want to know how you guys can help me. So she signed up. She became a Coach Me member. She's part of our mastermind group meeting. She came to the Leap Ahead seminar with her partner, Steve. And then after the Leap Ahead, she came to me right away. She says, I need you to come to my place because I want to start implementing. So I visited her place and did a secret shopping mission where I had some treatments. I called up the place, did the treatments, assessed that treatment, and then the next day the next few days actually, we spent training the team and going over all the things that they needed to improve. And we came up with an implementation plan, and that's how they succeeded. So that's her team. So you don't have to have 10,000 people on your team to generate millions. That's the beauty of this, you guys. You can have a lean, mean machine that if you have a good, productive team, you can make millions without spending a lot of money. So here's one of the things. I was just talking to Julie actually last week, and we were debriefing all the things she went through last year and what were some of the highlights of what caused them to do so well. And one of the things she told me, and that's why I want to share at least this one thing with you, one of the things that totally transformed her business was the guest consultation process. Yes, one of the main things that helped her make millions was the guest consultation process. So here's what we teach. We teach the sacred system for the guest consultation. And the sacred system, I have to tell you, if you just implement that one thing that we teach, will make such a difference in your business. Because in this program, I take your focus away from a la carte treatments where you just come in, you do the consultation for that one thing they asked about, and then they leave. Bye-bye. Instead, what Julie and her team did is they took what we teach and they implemented it, and they started doing a consultation from head to toe, where it led to thousands of dollars and multiple visits, and they generated over, as you see, they made over $1 million in just changing and tweaking that one thing. Now, Julie and her team were already doing well, but now they're doing super well. All we had to do was make some tweaking, implement a few things. That's why I was telling you earlier, I don't want to take the credit. They did the work. I was just the guide. And that's what I can do with people that join our community, is just guide you towards what you want to do. So the sacred system is amazing. So it starts by you reserving the consultation. That's the most important thing. So you need to get your guest relations team to reserve that consultation. You analyze, you do the whole head to toe analyzation. You customize a program that includes treatments and the home care products that they need, both. That's why they increased their retail by $160 some, because it was part of the customized program. And they told the clients, the guests, what results they would get, what would the experience be like. And then the last, which is the most important, is how to discuss the investment that they want to make in looking absolutely beautiful. So those are all key things that you really need to do to be able to implement the guest consultation. Now, I can't spend the whole hour together here talking about that, but I just at least wanted to show you what is possible. And this is coming directly from someone just like you. So I want to tell you that I invited Julie to come and speak at the upcoming conference. We're doing this amazing event where I'm inviting our best clients to come in and actually share with you in person how they actually implemented all the business model and the strategies that we teach, so they can actually share it with you so you can experience that success too. So it's called the Super Conference, and it's going to be in Dallas. And those of you who are interested, I'll let you know a little bit more about it later. But these are top-notch professionals that are going to truly help you. So I am just so excited about them joining me and being part of this event. All right, so that's one example. I have a couple more to share with you. But first, let's talk about identifying the goals. See, that was the first step in me helping actually Julie and her team, is we assessed and then we decided through the budgeting process how many clients need to walk in, how much revenue do we need to generate. And when we came up with these goals and we came up with what results they want to have, then you can create your implementation plan. But if you're just doing it and winging it and trying this and that, then that's not gonna work too well. So know what you want. What is it that you really want? What kind of business do you really want to have? And when you have that clarity, you're going to be a lot more likely to reach it or not. Think about, what results would I get to actually implement that change? What am I going to gain from it? So have those expectations all outlined, and you need to really share them with your team. And then together you can come up with a plan so they have buy-in, so everybody can be on the same boat with you, rowing in the same direction, rather than you rowing forward and them rowing backwards. So that's really part of the implementation process, is identifying exactly what is it that you want to achieve. So here's another success story, another rock star of ours, Dr. Lisa Vujic. I just absolutely love her. She is amazing. As a matter of fact, her and I email each other like at 4 o'clock in the morning because she's a lot like me. Neither one of us sleep. So we go to sleep kind of a little earlier, and then we get up and I email her, "Are you having coffee yet?" So she's amazing. She has just moved into this amazing building. You see it. It's called Renew Medical Spa. It's about 10,000 square feet, or it might even be a little bit bigger. I don't recall exactly. But I had the pleasure to go and visit them right before Thanksgiving. And she also has an educational center. So you see, she's such an expert. And she positioned herself, because positioning is key, right? So she positioned herself in a way to teach other medical professionals how to do threads, how to do Botox. As a matter of fact, we're going to be working together to help her really promote that new venture that she wants to actually launch. So she speaks at many of the conferences as well, and she's really building a great reputation and positioning for her educational program. Needless to say, her Medi-Spa is amazing. The space is absolutely beautiful. She has these murals on every wall. That's her team, by the way, and that's me when I went on location to help them implement and strategize for the new year. And I had such a great time with them. But take a look at what they've done. They actually have some of the highest volume per guest I have ever seen. The volume per guest on average for their injectors, the goals that I should say that we set, was about $1,100 a person. Yes, $1,100 on average per person. So those of you who know about the volume per guest that we teach, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, this is a way how we track performance, volume per guest. So what we do is we take how much you did in treatment revenue, let's say for the month, you divide it by the number of clients that you had, and that's going to give you the revenue per guest. So the higher the revenue per guest is, the more profitable you're going to be. The lower the volume per guest is, you can't pay yourself. So with Dr. Vujich's team, they are just amazing. They all do all kinds of fillers and threads, and they don't just settle for Botox. They actually do everything. They fulfill their professional obligation. That's what they do. So when I was on location, we set up the new volume per guest targets for them, their bonuses, their KPIs for the team, raised the expectation, showed them that they can do it. And last month, they had their best month ever. They did over $400,000 in 1 month. 1 month. Imagine. So if they can do it, so can you. Her manager, Jeff, is amazing. He's a great gentleman. Him and her came to the Leap Ahead seminar. I had actually met Dr. Vujich at the aesthetic conference in Vegas. I was speaking at the Wynn. And right after she saw me speak, see, those are the kind of people that I really love to work with. As soon as she saw me speak, she came to the booth and she said, "What is that thing you were talking about, Leap Ahead or something seminar?" And I said, "Yes, we have a 3-day event that you can come to called the Leap Ahead." She's like, "Sign me up." She didn't even ask me how much. She's like, "Sign me up." She came, and the very first day, we did not even finish the first day, she had found out that we have memberships available, and she took the order form without even us asking her to purchase it. She actually filled it out, and they're a titanium member. And this is what you can accomplish. So if you have the desire, that's what you need to have. I'm always recommending Think and Grow Rich. I think I have one here near me. I don't keep it too far from me. My Think and Grow Rich book. So if you have the burning desire to succeed, the burning desire to be super successful, then you can make it happen. You can. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. So if Julie and Dr. Vujich can do it, by the way, Julie is a nurse practitioner. So they're both medical professionals, probably like many of you. And if they can do it, so can you, right? And that's what I really would like to have for you. Here's some other friends from Canada, also titanium members. They're called Sparkle. I love their name, Sparkle Lifestyle and Medi-Spa. And this is my beautiful Madeline in the center there with the sexy dress, and she's happening like this. So she's had her business for a few years, and last year they grew by 72%. Now this is, again, not a little tiny little dinky place. This is a full-blown lifestyle wellness center, Medi-Spa, absolutely gorgeous in New Brunswick, Canada. So you see, it does not matter where you are. I don't care whether you're in Qatar or whether you're in Australia or Germany, or we even have people from Slovakia with us today. I mean, it's crazy. All over the world, people are with us today. It's just so exciting. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you have the passion and desire to want to reach the highest level of success, you can do it. Because if they can do it, so can you. Amazing, isn't it? So here are some of the things that Madeline and her team at Sparkle actually implemented. They are implementation machines, as a matter of fact. This is a great team. And they implemented Pride, the clarity system, the 3 C's for the guest relations. She's a marketing goddess. She does all kind. She's almost as bad as I am with videos. She's doing videos all the time. She's a marketing genius, this little one. So again, they came to the Leap Ahead. She sent her managers to the Leap Ahead. She comes to the mastermind meetings that we do a couple of times a year. She's coming to spend the day with Dory soon. Another wonderful Canadian is Dr. Stain. She is also coming to spend the day with me. She grew her business by 52%. I mean, if I give you the list of people, how much they've grown their business, we'll be here for a few days. That's how many people increase their business by that kind of amount. So let's shift gear a little bit here and talking about change, because it's not just change, it's implementing the change, it's innovating, it's becoming flexible and doing things that other people maybe are not willing to do. So just a couple of examples for you from bigger companies. Take Apple, for example. You know the story, right? They started in a garage. The 2 Steves, they did Apple One, was the very first product. And think of all the other things Apple actually introduced since then. Think of the transformations that they went through, from the innovation to the transformation to the way they position themselves to the products that they offer to being the best of the best. Do you know that Apple never discounts anything? Never. Do you ever see a sale or Apple store? No. Yeah, it's jam-packed with people. I live in Orlando part of the time, and we have the Millennium Mall, one of my favorite malls. And every time I go by the Apple store, it's jam-packed with people. Why? It's not because they discount. It's because they offer quality products people want, right? And people can really enjoy using their products. The whole experience is wonderful when you go into an Apple store. So there you go. It does not matter on price. All it matters is the quality and the experience you give people. I really want you to buy into that, because if you're still thinking you need to discount to gain business, you are wrong, my friend. You are dead wrong. As a matter of fact, I want you to be more expensive rather than being the least expensive, right? It's all about owning your ground. It's about being the best of the best. That's what I want for you. Another great company is AT&T. You can love them or hate them. I have a love-hate relationship with AT&T. Whenever I travel overseas, it's always a problem. But anyway, I took my son on a vacation over Christmas to South America. I come back, I had bought the international plan. I come back and they're charging me for roaming. It's like, what the heck? Are you serious? But anyway, all that aside, they started as a telephone network company, right? And look at what they do now. They have the world's largest telecommunication company. So they started with this and they evolved, and now they have that. Just quickly, a couple more. GE, they started as doing electricity generators. Now they even build jet engines. Jack Welch, when he was the CEO of GE, he made it into the biggest company on the planet. I don't know if you ever read his book, Winning. It's a great book. You should only read it after you read my book, though. But anyway, again, a great company. But then you have companies like this, Sears and Kmart. What happened to them? Who killed them? They literally got killed. Who did they get killed by? Walmart and Amazon. Sears could have been Amazon. They already had the catalog market. All they had to do was turn it to an online market. They could have been Amazon, but they didn't. Kmart lacked change. They always looked the same, did the same thing. And that's what happens when you don't innovate, when you don't change, when you're not different. You get stuck, and that's the last thing you want. Because we don't want to be on a tombstone. We want to thrive. We want to build a business. We want to grow. That's really what we want. So don't be just making any changes, though. because actually Sears and Kmart did try to make some changes, by the way. If you go and read the history of the companies, they made some changes, but the changes were wrong changes. So you have to be really careful on what kind of changes you make. So like I'm saying here, you don't want to go from a frying pan into the fire, right? So be careful who you listen to. That's very, very important. I see some people are leaving questions. I am going to leave some time at the end for some questions. So if you want to go ahead and submit them, I have Tara here monitoring the questions. So feel free to ask away, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's talk about business changes that you might need to make. So I wanted to at least give you some ideas of some things that you might be needing to change. One of them is definitely your business model. You gotta see how your business actually is set up. From lead generation, like from the minute you generate a lead, what is that process? Do we call them? Or what happens if they call us? What is the second thing we do? What's the sales process? What's the marketing process? What's the financial process? Your pricing? What's your concept? Your entire business model needs to be so perfected that your business can be run on as autopilot. This way it doesn't need you. Once you have the business model and the systems and the structure and the strategies and the solutions, remember the 4 S's, then you have a business that can run on autopilot. That's very important. So from sales, marketing strategies, how you actually take people through the sales process, to your compensation, to your rewards, your benefits, how do we retain employees? Because if you have that revolving door where people are coming and going, it's painful. It's costly. You can't do that. Not a good idea. To all the S's that I just mentioned, and then of course the whole guest experience, so you can have higher retention. So take a look at these segments of your business and see which ones you might need to change, adjust, fine-tune a little bit or tweak. Hey, you might be doing a lot of things right, and sometimes that is the case. So you just need maybe some fine-tuning. But it's important to take a look with new eyes, right? New eyes, not the same thing you looked at all the time. Or have somebody else from the outside come in and look at your business with new eyes, and you'll be amazing. You'll be amazed what you'll be able to notice. So keep that in mind as far as some changes that you need to make, and it will definitely help you. I have to say, one of the biggest things I spend a lot of time doing, not just me, myself, and we have a couple of coaches also, Megan and Martina, that can actually help with the compensation. But compensation is probably one of the biggest problems most people have. You just don't know how to pay people. You're not engaging them. You're not rewarding them. It's not a performance-based compensation model, and it really hurts. And if your compensation is so high of your overall revenue, then it depletes your profit line. And those are some of the things that are so easy to fix. That's the amazing part. It's not rocket science. It is so fixable. So just fix it. And then you'll be able to make an extra $1 million a year. Wouldn't that be nice? Absolutely. All right, so let me tell you about another rock star. Actually, 2 of them, 2 rock stars, because they're a mother and daughter team. I love them. It's Linda and Brianna. They have this amazing, beautiful office in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They have actually 2 locations as well. Linda is married to Dr. Lazaro. He's a plastic surgeon. And they have their plastic surgery center, and then they have the medical spa right next door to it. This is their building, actually. It's a historical, it looks like a castle almost, doesn't it? It's an amazing location. When I went to visit them, it was in the winter. And as I was driving, or she was driving, actually, we were riding to go up. It was this curvy, nice road with snow on both sides, and they had like horses just in the yard. Like, it was huge with their coats on. It looked absolutely, I felt like I was in a fairy tale. So beautiful. But anyway, this is what they did. They reached out to us, And she doesn't mind me telling you this because Dr. Lazaro was tired of the plastic surgery center supporting the medical spa. And when I did my first assessment with them, we realized right away that their pricing was way off. They had team members that have been with them for 13, 14, 15 years. So they were so stuck in their ways. They didn't want to change anything. Talking about buy-in, whew, that was a tough one. And we just really had to transform the entire business. We had to just revamp everything, revamp their menu. As a matter of fact, we did all that for them. We did all their branding, their menu, their website, their business cards. We just really retransformed the entire med spa, trained the team, changed the pricing, changed the approach, implemented the systems. And because we did all these things, this is the email I got from her at the beginning of the year. Their treatment revenue was up by 78%. Their retail revenue was up by 83%. And their membership sales is up by 108%. Wow. I am so proud of them. We were just reminiscing. Actually, Linda and I were on a coaching call not too long ago. And actually, she was going to be one of my speakers at the super conference, but she can't make it. She's going to be traveling somewhere. And I'm just so proud of what they were able to accomplish. So they took all the things and literally just went one by one and started implementing. Michelle, their MediSpa manager, and them, both of them, they always come to the Leap Ahead. They always come to mastermind group meetings. They're always learning. They're always listening. They're on calls. And it just makes such a difference. And their team, now they have a team. Their team bought in on everything. Now they're paid under the volume per guest compensation model instead of just handing these hourly rates that were ginormous. So now it makes sense. Now the business is profitable. Now the doctor is happy because the med spa can actually support itself and is making money. It makes a big difference. So there is a better way. There is a better way. You just have to take action and actually do it. So let's talk a little bit about the reaction to change, because I have to tell you, that's probably what keeps most people from making changes, is how is everybody else gonna feel about the change. It makes such a difference. And it is scary. It really is scary. But you know what? Nothing easy is good. It takes balls or whatever you want to call it to actually do something that's scary, right? You have to have the kahunas for it. So let me just take you through some of the steps that people feel when you're going through change. One is you got denial. It's like, you ever hear people say, well, we've always done it this way. Why do we need to change anything, right? That's number one, denial. Don't want to change at all. Next is resistance. Oh, I hear this all the time. Well, we tried that, it didn't work. Do you ever hear that? All the time, all the time. Well, you didn't try it this way. Well, maybe if we change this a little bit, you can get what you need. And then you have anger. Some people are going to be angry because you're rocking the boat now. You're making them change. You're making them flex. They're trying something new. So it just doesn't feel very good. They don't want to change anything. They want everything to be the same. God forbid we might change something. Not good. And then indifference. Then you have these team members that they don't care one way or the other. They just show up to work. They just do their thing and they go. Not good either. And then the last one, of course, is what we want. And that is acceptance. Once you have acceptance, once you have buy-in from the entire team, you're going to have so many improvements. Everybody's going to be so much happier. Like if you were to ask Julie's team or Dr. Vujic or any of them, or Madeline or Linda and Brianna, it doesn't matter who you ask, they'll tell you that their team, now that they have the structure and the systems in place, their team actually like it. They like it. But if you just have the wild, wild west, they can just do whatever they want, then they're not gonna like it. So that's why it's very important to understand who you have on your team, how they're going to see that change, and get them, influence them with the reasoning why you're doing this. Show them what's in it for them, and then they're gonna gain that buy-in. It makes really a big, big difference, right? You guys with me? Yes. All right, so let's talk about falling in love with change yourself. So the first thing I really want for you is to be totally clear on your purpose and what needs to change. We touched on that a little bit before. But once you have that as a leader, once you have that, then you're gonna be able to chart the path. Because if you're not clear as a leader, well, guess what? They're definitely not gonna be clear as followers. So you definitely need that. So you need to actively engage the team. They need to buy in, and they need to start implementing. You need to teach them the way. That really makes a big difference. And then when you have a plan and you share with them that plan, and then you can go with the flow and start measuring and seeing how that plan and that change is working for you, then you're gonna start realizing the results that you can actually, like you're tasting them right there. Now it's happening, right? But most importantly, you guys, it's all about communication. So if you come to your team, if you host a team meeting and you share with your team your status right now, where you are right now, and you share with them a vision of where you want to take a business and how that would actually involve them and how they would benefit from that change, and you lay it out, they're gonna buy in. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. We want what's best for us and what's best for our families. So why would they fight you on it? But if you're just like, you're a hammer, you just come in and say, okay, we're doing things like this time, then yes, they're gonna fight you on it. Yes, they're gonna resist you on it. So there is a method to the implementation process that makes a huge difference. And implementation is probably one of the biggest challenges that I see. Again, people have good intentions. They come to our seminars, events, this and that. Many of you will probably come to the super conference, and you learn and you study and you get all excited, and then you go back home to implement, and then you don't. And that's why actually we're coming up with a brand new rollout. We just announced it actually at the last Leap Ahead seminar. We have a new program called the High Achiever, and it's all about implementation, where we actually come on site and do the implementation for you. It's going to be incredible. So I'm so excited. I'll tell you more about it as we develop the program more and more. But it's definitely something that's needed for sure. So I really want to encourage you to fall in love with change and make it part of your daily life, and just see what you need to change all the time so you're not stuck. So you're always innovating and evolving. Makes a big difference. One more rock star I'm gonna share with you, and that's Brandon Heath. He does something that, again, I teach, and that is your reoccurring revenue model. It's something that I practice because we have the mastermind membership, right? We have marketing memberships. I love a reoccurring revenue model because it just puts you at ease. So what we teach is that you should generate enough money in the beginning of the month or during the month to at least take you to the break-even point. Pay all your bills, pay you, pay your team, pay your expenses, pay everything, your product costs, pay everything from just the reoccurring revenue. And then the rest of the month, it's all gravy. So Brandon was at the last Leap Ahead. He brought his manager a meeting. That's his second time attending the Leap Ahead. And he stood up. I had not known that he achieved this. So he stood up in front of everybody and he said, Dory, I want to tell you, I reached it. I'm like, you reached what? He's like, I now have enough memberships that bring me to my break-even point. Thank you. Isn't that amazing? And then one month he called me up. He's like, oh, we did $500,000 in business this month. It's like, so again, If people like this, they're people like you. If they can do it, so can you. So can you. So all you have to do is implement, you guys. It's all about implementation again. So what were those 4 S's that I mentioned earlier? Systems, structure, strategies, and solutions. These are all things that you need to have on your team, with your team, things in your business, so you can reach success. So part of the implementation that we do with the high achiever, and that you can do on your own too, is, I just found a typo. First, assess your business. See, I just want to see if you're actually paying attention. So first, this is a new way to say first. We're just gonna miss it. Yeah, Tara doesn't pronounce her teeth. Teeth. So she's like, oh, I must have typed that one. I'm waiting for you. Yeah. Oh God, that's funny. Okay, so first, assess your business. You need a successful blueprint and a model, proven effective model to follow, or else you don't know what to implement. You need to spend time on educating your team. It's training, and more training. It's all about training, you guys. All about training. And managing that pushback, and then measure and reward all the time. Those are all very, very important things. So plug in those holes. You want to be our next success story. That's really what I would want for you anyway. So if you have leaks in your business right now, if you're not taking advantage of all these low-hanging fruits, if you're not generating the amount of money you deserve in retail, all these things add up to success or no success. So really, I want to help you. So I'm doing something special that I mentioned already in this webinar. We're doing this super conference event, and I am doing it in Dallas, so you guys don't have to come all the way to the East Coast. People have been begging me to do this for a long time. So it's going to be on April 26th, 27th, and 28th. And it's a super conference designed for you to discover that business model that I'm talking about and see how you can go back and implement it into your business. So if you want to go to this domain name here, bit.ly, that's bit.ly /Super Conference Dallas, you'll be able to learn more about this event and see how all these speakers are going to help you and show you the way on how they accomplished all these goals and how they can help you too. Just to give you an example, like Karen Albright, she's amazing. She's actually an attorney that owns a medical spa, and she has 2 locations in Raleigh, North Carolina, and amazing growth last year. She grew her business as much as we did, actually, 50-some%. And every time she does an event, she does over $250,000 in revenue. I just love getting those text messages or those emails saying, Dory, we just did an event. At this location, we did 250. At this location, we did 235. It's like, it's crazy stuff. And you know what? Again, you can do the same thing. Dr. Lehman also went through a transformation. He just had his 2 managers at the Leap Ahead seminar, but they grew their business exponentially last year too through some implementation. And then Shelby Miller, my little superstar from social media queen, Instagram, she's an injector that used to work for a physician and went out on her own. And I wanted to give you different perspective from different people so you can relate to a wide range of people. So whether you're a doctor, a nurse practitioner, or a nurse, or even just an entrepreneur, that it doesn't matter who you are, you can reach success. So Shelby was just at the last Leap Ahead seminar, and she has like insane, I don't know how many, Tara, like over 80,000 followers on Instagram. She did one post, you guys, just to show you the power of social media. She posted some things while we were at the Leap Ahead seminar, showing people what she's learning and all that. We had like 200 opt-ins on our webpage for people just wanting to see exactly like what she's up to. It's crazy, just totally crazy. So she's going to be sharing with you how to position yourself on social media so you can be that celebrity, so you can improve your positioning, so you can attract people to you and get them to come and spend big money with you. So she's just expanding her business right now. She's also a member, and she's moving into a 2,500 square foot med spa in Utah, and she's just going to do an amazing job. She has the most beautiful daughter. You should go check her out on Instagram. So all these guys are going to be at the event, and then Megan is going to be, she's one of our coaches, she's also going to be speaking. And then I have 2 celebrity guests that are going to come. One of them is my mentor, one of my mentors, I should say, Ed Rush. He's written several books. He's going to talk to you about the difference between being productive and being busy, and how you can maximize your own time. And then my second guest is Michael Haig, and he's actually a script writer in Los Angeles, in Hollywood. He's helped people like Will Smith and other movie stars develop their scripts, and he's going to attend, and he's going to help us write out our story. So when people come to your website and they read your story, they're able to be attracted to you and entice them to make those reservations to come and see you. So those are all going to be actually guest speakers at the event. So it's going to be amazing. Again, 3 days. And I'm doing something very special for you where you can buy 1 ticket, get 1 free right now, which is amazing. And the price is so reasonable. So your choice is this. Again, back to, you can stay home if that's what you want. If you're happy doing this, stay home. I don't want you to come. Seriously. I only want the people to come that are serious, that want to implement, and that want to be our next success story. So if that's you, then you need to come and see us. So here's the bonuses I have for you. And these are only going to be good until the end of the month, right? So you can buy 1 ticket, get 1 free right now. How much is it a ticket? I forgot to put the price on here. So I think go to this domain name, bit.ly, bit.ly, Super Conference Dallas. I think one is like $400 for a VIP ticket, and it's like $290 something for a regular ticket. Now a VIP ticket, you get to sit up in front with all of our members, so you can rub elbows with these people that are making millions, and the regular ticket is a regular seat ticket. So we're super excited about this. Again, it's buy 1 ticket, get 1 free. So if you liked what you heard today, imagine hearing that from the people that actually did it. Now I am going to be doing some teaching, but we have so many other speakers that you're going to hear from that are actually doing the work. And that's what I love about this super conference. I've never done anything like this before, and I'm really doing it for you as a way to give back. And the reason I'm only charging that price, again, is because God has blessed me like beyond imagination. I am just so thankful for everything I have, and that's why I'm only charging that. Usually when you come to my events, they're $3,000. Like if you come to the Leap Ahead, it's $3,000 to come. So I'm making this super comfortable for you to come. We're only going to accept 250 people. That's how much the space can actually hold. So you're going to need to make your reservation now, because I know that our members will be there, and I know many of you are going to want to be there. So take advantage of that. And I'm also going to give you a copy of my brand new book. That's the other bonus, right? So it's a great book that has a lot of great things in it. And then I'm giving you a success planning session with one of our coaches. So you get to speak with someone for about 20 minutes, half an hour, so you can see really where you are now and where you need to go. Excuse me. So those are the things. I invite you definitely to go and check it out. I see people are already at the cart buying. We already have, actually I see already 27 people already joined us. So hurry up, take advantage of it, get the buy 1 get 1 free. And I have like a few more minutes here for some questions. I'm gonna have Tara field them here to me and see if I can answer some questions for you.
So we have Tanya, who is a solopreneur, and she says she's moving from solopreneur to having a team. What is the most important steps to implement at this time to grow? And then she's also asking, should she hire a phone answering service, being that she's a solo, or should she go in and invest in a part-time guest relations team member?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, it's great to hear from you again, because I know who you are, Tanya. It's great to hear that you are around and you're expanding and growing. So if you're going to expand, you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You need to just burn the ship and just expand, right? We've all been there. It's scary. I know I've done it. I used to have a job, remember? And I quit my great paying job to be an entrepreneur. And I know it's scary, but if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. So I will definitely hire a guest relations person. That to me is one of the first people you need to hire, because it's gonna give you better positioning, because the last thing you want is answer your own phone, check people out yourself, all that stuff. Plus she can help you do some other administrative things. So I would definitely hire that person. The second thing really is to decide on a plan, have a business plan on how you're gonna grow that business, so you're not going in there blindly. So planning and definitely hiring the team would be one of the most important things you can do.
Zaina is asking, when you were speaking about Linda Lazaro and her team, how did they increase their VPG?
Oh my goodness. So we implemented the Pride system. Hi Zaina, great to hear from you. One of our members actually in Michigan. I was up there actually in January and I had this huge cold. Anyway, the best way to increase VPG again is through teaching the team on how to upgrade treatments and how to recommend home care products. And the best way to do that is through the two systems that we teach. One is the Sacred system, and the second one is the Pride system. And once you get those two systems down, your VPG will absolutely soar. So that's what I would recommend you do.
I have a question from Peter. He says you're talking about the business model implementation. How long should they expect it to take to implement that?
How long does it take to implement? Excuse me. Business model. It could take, depends on the speed in which you want to actually go. If you want to move fast, then it could be done within 6 months. If you want to go slow, sometimes it takes as much as a year and a half, if you literally want to implement everything that we teach. So nothing, I call it the magic wand, right? Nothing is going to happen overnight. It takes work. It takes a commitment on your part and having the right tools. And if you do that, then depending on the speed in which you want to implement, you can do it with as little as 6 months.
So I have Heather. She sent an email asking, she's a member and she loves everything that she's received, and she was just at our Leap Ahead seminar, and she's wanting to know, should she still attend the super conference in Dallas?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you're a member, you get to come complimentary. You don't even have to pay. You just have to call the office, tell us you're coming, and it'll be just so good for you to just rub elbows with the other successful people there. It would definitely be a great way for you to definitely get involved and stay engaged and stay excited and motivated for sure.
And people are popping in saying, we're going to see you definitely in Dallas, Dory. They're all commenting on how many's already bought tickets already.
Good. I'm so excited. And Zaina just commented actually on Zoom. She said the book is really good, worth the read, highly recommended. Thanks, Zaina. Absolutely. You need to get a hold of this book, you guys. It is amazing. It has so many great things in it, and it'll definitely help you.
Well, we're talking about Zaina. She just popped in. So she said she implemented the Pride system from you as a member, and last year she grew her business 200% as a solo.
Woohoo! Yay, Zaina! Congratulations. See what happens, you guys? That's so important. It's such a great thing. Oh, we had Dr. Misra, who's a titanium member. She's like, I just signed up and paid and I'm a member. Don't worry, we'll give you your money. So I even have members buying tickets. Don't worry, Dr. Misra. I met her actually at the Empire meeting, and right away she signed up to be a titanium. She's moving into a location, and she's doing actually something very unique. She wants to do a very, very high-end mobile service actually, and it's going to be in California, so extremely high-end. And it's just so nice to see the innovation, so we're not doing the same thing over and over, and everybody's copying everybody. Again, it's about innovation, so I'm sure she's going to be super successful with that.
I have a really nice question from JC. He hasn't started the med spa yet, so what are the first 2 steps to take right now?
Well, first of all, congratulations, JC, that you want to take the plunge into the med spa industry or spa industry. It's a great opportunity for you. The first step is a business plan, for sure. And then the second step is start working on your positioning. You need to develop your concept, your positioning. What is it that you want to offer your guests? You do your whole vision, basically. What is it that you really want to accomplish? And those are 2 things we can definitely help you with. If you want to contact one of my team members, they'll be happy to walk you through the process. As a matter of fact, JC, avoiding costly mistakes is the number 1 thing you should do. So don't try again to reinvent the wheel. There is a proven method for you to actually take. Oh, he's saying he just attended the Leap Ahead.
I think this is Dr. Shane. He was just here at the Leap Ahead seminar.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he's looking for a location. Yeah. Well, great. It's good to see you again. Yeah. Okay, so Don P is asking, what type of member do you need to be for a complimentary registration? So whether you are a titanium, a platinum, or even if you are a bronze, because we don't have the bronze membership anymore, but if you are any type of Coach Me member, you'll be able to come complimentary. So Zaina's like, advice, hire Dory. She's so funny. It was so nice. Well, you guys, it has been my pleasure. We are right at the hour. Again, I want to encourage you all to go and sign up for the super conference. It's something that I know is going to be worthwhile your time. Take advantage of the buy one get one free ticket right now, and I will see you in, I think we had some more questions just pop in, and I will see you in Dallas. And if we did not answer your question, we'll be happy to answer it offline. Just call up and we'll be able to answer any of your questions. Again, I want to say hi to all of my friends all around the world. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go do so. Follow us on all of social media so we can really help you. And just stay connected and let us know how we're doing and let us help you in any way we can. So God bless. Have a great year, and I will see you in Dallas. Until next time, stay inspired. Bye now.